He's a three-time U.S. National Amateur Champion, and he's only 22 years old.
So here we go, round one. Nice uppercut slipped in by Spence, and another one. Garcia's down. Oh, Errol Spence Jr., he's undefeated, he's 1-0.
If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and enjoy the show. What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. Guys, for all the new subscribers, my name is Johnny, and today we're going to be breaking down some statistics that often get overlooked when mentioning Errol Spence Jr. The obvious ones are his shiny amateur record. We know EJ is coming off his first loss of his career against Terrence Crawford. So today we're going to be breaking down his last 10 fights, including that fight with Bud and starting with his fight with Chris Algieri. The overall record of EJ, 28-1, 22 knockouts. Some of those known stats, we know EJ's 33 years old. He stands at 5'9.5". He's a proud Texan, and we know him by his nickname as The Truth. Some of the unknown stats we're going to talk about, guys, it has a lot to do with his opponents. We talk about somebody's road to their destination, their path to get to wherever they're going. A lot of times casual fans will talk about, he didn't fight anybody. He fought all tomato cans. This is the purpose of this series. I've already broken down Bud Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, Gervonta Davis. If you haven't watched those videos, those are tagged in this. Have a look at the series, get a pretty good understanding of what we're doing here. And we're just highlighting to you guys the fact that if a fighter does make it to world championship level, the status of Errol Spence Jr., no matter if they've won their last fight or lost their last two, their path to get there is going to be quite difficult. And that's what we're going to talk about. The way we've come up with these statistics, my goal with this is to give us a better option to debate our favorite fighters, rather than just saying you like a guy because you like his style, his swag, wherever he comes from, or maybe you're a loyalist. These statistics will give you something to argue about that is actually tangible. So what we've done, starting with that Algieri fight all the way up to Bud, we've added up all of EJ's opponents' records going into the fight with Errol, just so you know, so we have a better understanding. The night Chris Algieri fought Errol Spence Jr., he was 21-2. The moment he lost to Errol Spence via knockout in the 5th, he was 21-3. So the numbers correlated for Algieri, 21-2. Those opponents that we're going to talk about, we've added in the Algieri fight, the Bundu fight, Kell Brook, Lamont Peterson, Carlos Ocampo, Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Ugas, and Terrence Crawford. Now, when we've added all of those records up, it's a pretty impressive 318 wins with only 15 losses. We've done our calculations, and this gives Errol Spence Jr.'s opponents a strength of schedule of 96% going into the fight with Errol, meaning that you could have a guy at the start of his career and he's fighting tomato cans. We don't know how good he is at this moment. Maybe it's his first fight, maybe it's his 10th fight. It's up to his training camp to position and pair him with guys of equal, or it's sometimes a little bit better than they are, just so you could have a good litmus test. But when you get into the crux of your career, when you're fighting for titles, the idea that you're fighting tomato cans is out of the window. I'd like to get rid of that narrative, because at the top, sure, you might have promotions and teams picking and choosing from a strategic point of view, but don't get it twisted. These guys at the top are all killers. And some of those other stats, other than the 96% win-loss ratio of Errol's opponents, of the 10, 3 of those fighters were undefeated. We know that he lost one of those fights to Bud, but he took 2 of his fighters' O's. He was the first guy to defeat Carlos Ocampo, and he was also the first guy to defeat Mikey Garcia. He knocked out Ocampo in the first. He beat Garcia the tough Gritty Garcia, via unanimous decision. Of those 10 fights, of Errol's last 10, he also has 6 knockouts, which is that power that we talk about, that southpaw, that marauder style, walking you down and just wearing on you. My favorite fight of his last 10 was when he went into enemy territory, fought a Cal Brook in the UK, came in with booze. The crowd was throwing biscuits at Errol, and he said in an interview after he didn't understand why. I guess that was a nickname that Cal Brook had, and the whole place was cheering against Errol. And once again, you saw that style start to wear on Kel. Kel's a big fighter as well, and a lot of people didn't know what sort of outcome this was going to be. People were talking about that it was a 50-50 fight, and you saw a young, tough, gritty, healthy Errol Spence Jr. wear down Kel Brook, distributed, rearranged his face. Kel was tough as nails to last 11 rounds, but it was eventually an 11th round knockout. And that, in my opinion, is my favorite Errol Spence fight. Guys, if you want me to feature one of your favorite fighters, just leave a comment in the section below and let me know what you think of this video.
Introducing the truth, Errol Spence.